Hey, thanks, Magoo. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Beautiful evening. We're born into the house of guilt. You've been worried all your time. Yes, worried all the time. You've been worried all of your time. And I wish there was some way that I could ease your mind. Barely get yourself to sleep at night over some little thing you said, some little thing that you said, that your worry was misread, and it keeps on racing all around and round your head. Yet you always put on your good face, and you never ask for help, no, nothing for yourself. Even in bad health. And you kept your dreams all tucked up on the shelf. 'Cause you always thought yourself not good enough. You could never measure up, somehow never quite enough. You thought you never measured up. I wish that I could show you your half full cup. Oh, now please, now don't you worry, because you're not misunderstood. You know that anyone who could would be half as good. So don't you worry, you're not misunderstood. I always saw you as a beacon, shining like the sun. Oh, and always lots of fun. You shine just like the sun. Always a beacon, and there for everyone. All right, thank you. Now, this request came from my daughter. My daughter said, if you're singing for Blue Skies, you should do Muskoka Moon. I'm not quite sure why, but that's what she thinks, and if that's what she thinks, it's good enough for me. Just take a second to get in tune. Humid night. Oh, it's so hot this summer. But we'll get in tune and play about a moon in August, not June. Okay, here we go. This one goes out to my little daughter. Cannot hide love under a Muskoka sky. When the clouds hang low and the moon is high, with the wind through the trees and the call of the loon, you cannot hide love under a Muskoka moon. Now there's a spell there that's cast by the light through the trees. It puts the body to rest and sets the mind at ease. But on the heart, it plays out a different tune. And you cannot hide love under a Muskoka moon. You cannot hide love under a Muskoka moon. Stars will fall at your feet with your feet in the lake. At the end of a dark, at the end of a day, who's gonna tell you love could ever come too soon? When you cannot hide love under a Muskoka moon. Cannot hide love under a Muskoka moon. Well, I lost my heart under that Muskoka sky, when the clouds hung low and when the moon was high, with the wind through the trees and the call of the loon. You cannot hide love under a Muskoka moon. You cannot hide love under a Muskoka moon. You cannot hide love under a Muskoka moon. All right. Well, thank you. I got one more song for you tonight, and I'm going to send this to folks up on the hill, up there, over I see you over there by the sound booth. It's good to see you. You having a good time? Yes. Nice to have all the kids gathered around the stage. I always love that. This is a special festival going on here. And of course, everybody knows we musicians, we just do nothing but live the life of Riley. And I sure had a great time a few years ago now when playing with my trio, and the power all went out. And before the power came back on, all during that time, everybody up there on the hill was all singing, and the song kept going on, despite the fact that you couldn't hear what we were doing. And then power came on, we came in and joined you, and it all worked perfect. So we're going to take it out with that one right there. And on this particular occasion, it goes precisely like this. Riley wants his life back. 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 Well, I just picked up the phone. I was half awake. And this is what the party on the phone had to say. Mr. Fines, your services are no longer required. You've done a fine job, it's not a case of being fired. But the boss, he's coming home, and he's back on track. Mr. Riley's going to want to have his life back. Riley wants his life back. Riley wants his life back. Yes, he'd sincerely like to thank you for taking up the slack, but he's coming home now and he wants his life back. All this started several months ago. I did not have a job and I'd been running out of dough when I met this guy Riley I'd never seen before, and he said he needed someone to mind the store. He said by minding the store, what I mean to say is to take care of my affairs while I'm away. Now there's a maid for the housework and a gardener for the garden, and me, I really must be running now, if you will beg my pardon. Then he showed me the way and he tossed me the keys, and people since then I've been living this life of ease. But now with this news I'm having anxiety attacks, because Riley's coming home and he wants his life back. Riley wants his life back. Riley wants his life back. Yes, I had his job, but now I'm getting sacked, 'cause Riley's coming home and he wants his life back. I got inside the door and I saw he'd written me a note, so I sat myself down just to read what he wrote. He said there are certain social functions where I'm expected to be, and I'm gonna be needing you to sub in for me. See, it's billiards every Wednesday, and that'll be the third door on your right. And we golf most afternoons, then it's to the clubhouse at night. So it seems what he had in mind, what he needed done, was a bunch of hanging out with his buddies and just having lots of fun. And not just when I'm getting used to caviar and fine cognac, Riley shows up and he wants his life back. Riley 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 wants his life back. Well, people, I've lived the life of Riley. Let me tell you, it was a buzz. I just sat around writing poems about how good my life was. With a big house and pool, all very private. I had such a great big long car, I needed some sucker to drive it. Booze and food and money, not one little thing did I lack. And now Riley shows up and he wants his life back. Riley 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 wants his life back. But he's not getting it. Oh no. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.